been thinking. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Welcome to 91.3 FM Wbny. What music have you brought to the king? Yo, I brought the new Imagine Dragons album. Oh, really? You can listen to that track in the Pit of Misery. Dilly Dilly!
Dilly Dilly!
91.3 FM. Dilly Dilly.
Dilly Dilly! This is 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo.
Okay, you can hold on to your red snapper, or you can go for what's in the box that Hiro-san is bringing down the aisle right now.
Brought to you by the Student Activity Fee at Buffalo State College.
I'll take the box! The box!
You took the box. Let's see what's in the box. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Stupid. You're so stupid.
WBNY Buffalo.
Isn't it better when a plan goes together the second time and not live over air? This is why we're on 91.3 WBNY Buffalo, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by your Buffalo State College Student Activity Fee. I'm your humble dungeon master, Christian Perez. No one is perfect, not even myself, even though I do hold myself in high regards. But joining me, as always, Will, Alex, and Mike in Studio B. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Wasn't that a great intro?
That was
amazing.
weird. We were trying to comment on it, but you didn't have our mics on.
Yep.
I did.
We were going to sing with you, but
I was panicking, to be honest with you, because everything decided not to work.
Stuff happens.
And we've ran into problems this morning.
This is what happens when you don't do a show in like 4 weeks.
No, that's not the issue. We come back and everything's different.
And
We'll blame it on that.
It was a little different, but just as a recap, since we hadn't had a game in a month since the New Year. Once again, Happy New Year to all our listeners.
we haven't
Even
had
though
it
it-
in a
New
decade,
Year.
actually.
In a decade.
Happy New Decade.
Later in a whole decade.
Well, okay, that
Boo.
depends on who you talk to. Technically, the decade doesn't start to 21.
I saw a great XKCD comic about that.
But,
that basically says just ignore this.
Yeah, I know, really. I saw the same one.
But just to recap, our intrepid heroes went to the
Oh, yeah.
fraternity of Tau Pi Pi and found the reason why that they went from an honor society for mostly students who aren't of the adventuring part of the school, like they aren't in the adventurous school. They're in the school that actually makes Rosegar University a university. They're in the medical school. They're in the financial school. They're just a collection of honor students that banded together, and recently, in about a year or so, have transformed into almost of an Animal House style fraternity.
This is why you don't do drugs.
And they were under the control of a lotus flower.
Told you.
And not really a drug per se, but yeah, it's a drug. It's 100% a drug. That the new leaders, Thad, Chad, Brad, and Derek, were feeding them.
Derek.
And while our adventurers were encountering them, some things happened. Some students may have lost their lives. We don't know.
Hey, they jumped us first.
We don't know. All we know is that all this happened, and as you were surrounded by unconscious students, not dead students, these one in the basements you did not murder, mind you.
Right. We didn't murder them. They're still alive.
They're the ones in the basement are murdered. Remember, there are bodies upstairs of dead students that are dead.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That are incredibly dead. And
some are more dead than others.
Some may have bullets in their head.
Some may have bullets in their head. Some may have their throats ripped out.
Dogs, yeah,
by dogs.
By a dire wolf named Paul. So
Will's
What
over here
have
like,
you guys
what
been up
happened?
to in my absence?
So while
I'm sure you're about to find out.
While you're investigating the remains of these other three fallen Devas, Derek is about to talk to you guys, and his rose tattoo on his shoulder, like a big broy, like almost like the Rock tattoo where it's like on his shoulder and his chest, starts glowing. He's like, my boss is calling me, and not like the Lich because he's not back yet, my dudes, but my like underworld boss is calling me, and he knows that Thad, Chad, and Brad are dead. So I had to go talk to him first, but meet me. I'll be able to sneak away and get back up here for a little bit of downtime. Meet me at the university.
All right, Derek, you go take that call.
And
you go take that call, Derek. Don't
like-
want to make your
Where are we meeting him?
You're meeting him back up at the university. He said I'll contact you guys on where to be.
Okay.
You'll get a
Sounds
little PM on your crystal. You'll get a little like if your crystal feels really hot, pick it up. Like if it feels like you put your
It's like a
it's like if you put your
the memory ball in Harry Potter.
yeah, if you like if like
that you
if
don't
feel if
remember
like
what it is that you want to remember.
yeah.
You just cut out.
It's like if your crystal like went inside magma itself.
Oh, generally
So-
you don't want to pick that up, but all right.
No, yeah, so you definitely want to pick that up before it explodes. So yeah, and he puffs in a dark cloud of smoke, and he is gone. Out of the
Okay.
room. Dread, while we cut away from you guys for just a second, Dread, you are leaving your uncle's house.
Okay.
Your uncle asked you to meet with him. You guys had dinner and discussed your family's business, and he notices that he hasn't. He told you he hasn't been in contact with your father in some time. He hasn't returned any of like the family business is still operating for pretty efficiently, but your father has not gotten a raven back from your father in quite some time. It's been about a month.
Interesting.
And that he can't get a hold of anyone at the estate because he's from there too. Like that's his home
Okay.
too.
I'll try to reach out to them myself later.
He's like, keep well, nephew. If you need anything, I'm always here in the city. One of my carriages will take you back to the university, but please, this is strange times we're living in. The information you told me about the Lich is definitely warrants further investigation.
Well, thank you for your help, and you stay safe as well.
I know, and he uncharacteristically, he's more of a stoic man. He gives you a hug and it's like, just keep safe, nephew. And he walks back in the estate and closes the door.
All right. I will set off back to the university to meet up with my companions.
As you're going through the city, the carriage is looking out the window. Make me a perception check. It's just looking out the window.
That's a 12.
12. You notice he going through the city. You notice he lives in a more of like a nicer part of Roseport because Diplomat House. He's more towards the center of the town. As you're leaving more of the outskirts of the city, you see a little bit more crime, a little more crime rate in areas, a little more lower economic standings, and you see these men in like suits almost like full like zoot suit types of guys. Like you see, you have a whole bunch of those guys. You see a whole bunch of those guys roughing up a person outside of a tavern that seems to be of nefarious dealings and stuff as your carriage is going by, and you just notice these zoot suit type of dudes.
I don't think it's my place to get involved in that beyond whatever the guards or police want to do. So I'm gonna keep going towards my university buddies.
Oh yeah, no. So you make it back to university, and as you get out of your carriage and you make your way through the foyer, you are make me a perception check while you're in the courtyard.
down.
It's a 13.
13. As you make your way past the fountain where the plume of the black rose is spraying things, it says nighttime, so the fountain changes to be more matching the night feel. It's a little bit slower. It's not as predominant as it is in the morning. Like in the morning, it's like in a full bloom. It's kind of more of a bud, and it changes around and stuff. You notice that you stare into the pool. You notice that the water is murkier than it's supposed to be.
Slightly odd.
Yeah, it's very strange that it's not its typical like very clear water. Normally it's like incredibly clear, like almost like where like as translucent as water can be, that's how it's normally supposed to be. With like these black petals in it, and these black petals are now not moving the right way. They're like kind of like not moving, like if these petals had like were more like fish than petals.
And the fountain's still going?
Yeah.
It's just cloudy.
It's just incredibly cloudy, yeah. And as you're staring at it for a few times, someone comes up to you and is like, "Yeah, I've noticed that too," and that's Morgan Stillwater from Cena's party. He's like, "I've noticed some strange things on campus lately that haven't been right as of late.
Do you know what's wrong with the fountain?
It's never been like this before, and it's frightening me immensely."
Do I notice any weird like smells or anything coming out of it?
No weird smells. If you want to make an Arcana check, go right ahead.
I was more gonna say, well, I could try Arcana, but I'm more gonna say like I want to taste it and make a survival check.
Yeah, go right
See if
ahead.
I can identify anything in it.
Oh boy.
24.
24 on that survival checks. Woodworm. This water is heavily intoxicated by woodworm. It's like not supposed to be like woodworm, especially in your part of from where you're from. It's an invasive species that pollutes water, plant life. It kind of just grows wherever it wants to.
So the fountain has woodworm in it.
Yeah, and it kind of like sucks all life out of sucks all life from everything else.
So is it toxic or mildly toxic? Or?
It's not mildly. It's mildly toxic to those who are allergic to it. Like in heavy doses, if you like took a whole bucket and started drinking it, you get sick.
Okay.
If you were constantly forced to drink this, you would eventually die because the water is not completely clean.
All right,
But
interesting.
you just like cupping it real quick and giving it a taste, know that it's not supposed to be here.
That's very strange.
It's not native to this land at all. Like someone had to. Morgan's I'm gonna make a roll for her. Nat 20 on her her history check. She knows that she lets you know that this is not natural to it's not natural to dual rain at all. Really, someone had to plant this here. This is not native anywhere. It's like someone had to have entered Roseport with this and is placing it places.
Interesting. We should bring this to the headmaster.
We should.
Or the dean.
Yeah. I heard your party got into some stuff.
Well, what have you heard?
Oh, they were tracking Tau Pi Pi. You know, the honors fraternity.
I've heard of them.
How they're sort of become party boys. They went to their. I heard they were investigating. They went to the union to investigate, and then got into a scuffle at their house. It's going through. By morning, everyone in campus will know. I'm just letting you know now. And she's kind of chuckling to herself.
Do you know where they are right now?
I'm assuming they're probably still at the house. Like I've gotten word from like somebody who lives there, who I've dated before, that this adventuring party just came in and wrecked shop.
All right, I'll
Someone
go and check
lived!
it out.
Oh yeah, there's people that lived.
Thank
If
you.
you remember correctly, no problem. If you remember correctly, one person was holding another one in their arms, crying when you guys went
that's
downstairs.
Right. We resurrected somebody.
You guys were able to resurrect somebody, and once somebody casted "Speak with Dead," so the other one could talk to the other one,
Yeah.
and cried in his arms
Oops.
as he died.
Wasn't that the one I shot?
It's 100. No, that was the one that you shot was the one you revived. The one that was being held as his final words were leaving his body with "Speak with Dead" was the honors medical student whose throat was ripped out
Right.
by Paul on a nat 20. Just eviscerated.
I know I crit one.
You
It
also
was-
crit on one, yes.
Yeah, I think it was the first one.
But Morgan leaves you and is like, yeah, you may want to go handle that
Yeah.
as she walks away.
I'm gonna set off right away to go meet up with the party and see what has happened here.
No problem. We're gonna cut away from you walking to Dr. Roseguard's office, back to our party in the basement. Anyone who wants, make me an investigation check. Yes, Alex.
I was about to say, can I search the
Devas?
Yeah.
In that puff of smoke, those Devas' bodies are gone as well.
Gotcha. So investigation check for something else then. Cool.
I have a passive 22.
Ooh,
on a
I got
passive
a
22.
21 investigation because I crit.
So basically, what you find down here is remnants of how to make the lotus flower, and how it was used to lure the students down here, and how it was able to convince these students, hey, you may want to join the Black Lich and help me, go Bills and whatnot, because we're evil.
Let's go. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Ghost.
It was go Bills. It was go Bills. Was the phrase.
I'm the one who said it.
He was like,
That's right. We all said it in a really confused and questioning voice.
yep. And then the shout song happened.
Ah yes.
That was our last episode. That's how we ended our last episode. But what else do you guys find is documents? You find lots of documents pertaining to Chad, Brad, Thad, and Derek. Though they're basically hired muscle. They weren't like the most upper echelon guys, so they wouldn't know a lot. But they were given instructions, and these are all just left instructions for them in someone's handwriting.
Yeah, we take all of that.
This is just like, hey, this is use these guys, do this, and you just see like check marks next to it, and like written on there it said high five. They wrote expletives for themselves when they completed things.
Take that with us, so the headmaster, when we get questioned.
No problem. Drippy is like, I'm gonna go pray for all these people, and he leaves to go he leaves to go to the nearest his church, which is Apollo. He goes to the nearest church to pray for these people. He's like, I'll meet you up with you guys later. And then same thing with Paul and Artemis. He's like, I'm gonna settle Artemis. He's like, I'm gonna settle Artemis down and have him lay low for a while. And he passes without a trace out of the room with Paul.
Probably a good idea. Paul sort of did rip out a few people's throats.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to get Paul in too much trouble. But you guys, as soon as you're done, let me know what you guys are doing the rest in the basement before you guys leave.
Is there any important information, or we got all that?
No, you got pretty much everything you needed in that. If you go through the documents, you'll get more stuff like this. It was just like checklist of things that they needed to get done, and like these are your orders, and it doesn't say anyway. It's in really elegant handwriting though.
Is there any lists of members and that sort of thing?
I just said it's mostly Chad, Brad, and Theric, and then a list of the students' names that would match up with the members of Tau Pi Pi.
Okay, so I'm wondering if there's any specific ones that say which ones actually join the full covenant as opposed to who are just members of Tau Pi Pi.
Yeah, no. So the full covenant people would have been the Devas. They were in charge of making them full members as well.
All right.
Gotcha.
And it would have taken over a year for them to after eating enough of the Lotus Flowers to be fully devoted. And even if you would have knocked them down and came back up after that's how the Lotus Flower ended on most of them. Most of the students, if they came back up, they would have still been devoted to the Black Lich, to the Lich of the Black Forest. I mean, rather.
Okay.
So the process would have taken a very long time. But some of the students are now getting up and they thank you, because the ones in the basement thank you so much for ridding us of these guys for a long time. It was almost like if you ever seen the movie Get Out, they can see all their actions.
Oh, fun.
and couldn't maneuver their own bodies. Their personalities were shoved to the back of their mind and body, and they witnessed the stuff they had to do. I don't even like drinking, and I had to drink so many keg stands.
Oh, so you mean the people that we sort of murdered?
Well,
just-
No, they don't know.
The ones that we
The,
didn't
the,
murder.
the ones in the basement don't know you murdered anybody else yet. It's like, oh, we gotta talk. Like, we gotta talk to our president, Paul. You know, the Mets. He's like, Paul, yeah. We gotta talk to Paul. Paul's the one upstairs, not dead.
Can
and
I
then
do a performance check to not look terrified at this thought
yeah, go right ahead.
process?
And then he's like, oh, and
yeah,
Who's
and
got the
and
highest
and
charisma?
Xander.
me.
Okay, you need to explain to them that a large group of them did some pretty bad things, including attacking you.
Yeah,
and
that's,
we
that's
had to
sort
kind of
what I'm
stop them
rolling
in a
for.
rather forceful way.
Yeah, I sort of explained to them just like, yeah, you're not gonna want to go upstairs just yet. Some of your buddies.
Wait till the medical examiner.
Some of your buddies weren't easily convinced of standing down and sort of attacked us with lethal force, and we had to defend ourselves.
Okay.
That was a 20.
A 20 what performance check?
Just 20 charisma.
Oh, flat charisma check. Okay, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I got a text from Brian that said hashtag Paul did nothing wrong.
Love it.
Brian is currently listening.
And if that's a
Brian.
persuasion check, that's even better. That's
Of course. Right now we could really.
No,
use
we're
the
doing flat
bard.
charisma. So he's
Okay.
like, he's like, yeah, you know, I can definitely see that. And the one guy walks upstairs, and you just hear, oh my God, the blood's everywhere. His explanation was not detailed enough.
He rolled a 20.
I 20.
He critted.
Okay, it was a dirty 20, but that's beside the point.
There is multiple students. There's just blood everywhere upstairs.
Well, yes, that's why I was trying to keep them all downstairs.
One of the students,
He-
mind
he
you,
did
has
say
a
he was-
bullet hole through both eyes
He
somehow.
did say he was telling them all to stay downstairs at the moment.
Yes.
Well, one of them did not listen and went upstairs. Unfortunately for you. You were talking to one student, the other one said, I'm going to go
I
upstairs.
was trying
Said
to.
all of them.
I was trying.
Were
to
you trying to talk to all of them?
Yes, that's what I said.
I'm going to roll a counter to that.
Fine. And if I need to roll again for persuasion,
What did you roll a dirty 20?
yes.
Dirty 21. One of them went upstairs.
I mean, it would have been persuasion if anything,
Damn
but
lies.
you know.
I guess.
Okay, so that's a +7. Cool. So 16 + 7.
Of course, the bard leaves before we get a chance to explain things.
I know. Isn't that great? He'll be here soon. Trust me, he'll be here soon.
That's
Anyways,
a 23 if it's persuasion.
This already happened. This has already gone through. That whole theatrical bit I just did it has happened.
Fine.
So as you guys make your way upstairs, you guys feel yourself being immediately pulled through magic, through time and space, and
Oh, no.
you are put down in Dr. Roseguard's office.
Oh, did we go through the flume?
You are immediately sucked by magic.
No, we just
Harry
got
Potter.
zapped.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, you were
Flume travel.
immediately taken, like almost
No,
port
we
key.
were more apparated.
You
if
were
anything.
100% apparated away, and now are in chairs. Like, what did you do?
Ooh, ooh.
No talking. And he takes your voice away. He casts silence on you at like the 9th level. He's like, no talking. Nope, gone.
I raised
Shut
my
up.
hand.
No. My turn. The adult is talking.
They ask us.
Nope, gone. Gone.
I'm pointing at him like you asked. What
I
we
know,
did."
and I changed my mind. What the hell were you thinking?
We were attacked. It was their fault.
Suzanne!
Paul
Suzanne!
did nothing wrong.
Suzanne! Silence! Gone. I have many more of these. Bring in Dread.
So I guess.
You thought you
could.
could pass it. You thought you could pass without a trace, and I wouldn't find you. Stupid.
It was brilliant. Love it. Thank you, Brian.
Bring in Lord Dread, please. This has to be discussed now. He lifts the silence spell. He's fed up with you guys at this point. What happened? Actually, you know what? I'm not lifting it on you, or you, and and Paul too, and your little dog too. The only one I need to talk to right now is Scris. He dispels the silence on Scris. Scris, what the hell happened here?
Well,
No. I just want to make sure. I hand the papers over to Scris.
Okay. Yeah, go right ahead.
so we have documentation here of the Lich of the Black Forest's recruitment efforts of that fraternity. When we went to them, we were essentially immediately attacked. We had to defend ourselves, and that's why people were seriously hurt, because they were seriously attacking us.
I'm going to pause there for a second. Seriously hurt? I have an honors medical student's family on the phone right now asking why their son's throat was ripped out a semester away from graduating.
I immediately point at the dog.
A phone? What's a phone?
What's a phone?
You know what I mean. On my crystal. Right here, I call it a phone. I'm omniscient.
Okay. I mean, we're seeing history in the making.
Yeah, really though.
These people were being recruited. They were eating the Black Lotus. They were being fed Black Lotus. They unfortunately did not necessarily know what they were doing, but they were attacking us with real swords and knives and spells and such. We had no choice. It is unfortunate that, being the leader of the group, the president and honors med student, was the most heavily
aggressive.
Well, not just aggressive, but indoctrinated against his will, mind you, by this organization. It wasn't his fault, but he kind of did attack us.
I hear you. I understand you. I now have to explain to parents why their kids not enrolled in the Adventuring Academy are dead, who are in an honor society. This is going to screw up our donations.
I understand.
You were put in charge of this party because we trusted you. I handpicked you to be a leader of this party. Yes, I know. Chain of command. I told Magoomples, and Magoomples listens to what I say.
Okay, I have questions, but for now, I'll hold off on that. But here's all these papers. Look at what was going on there. It was the beginning of something really bad.
Yes. Yeah, you're on.
May I sing a song to explain the situation?
No, you are silent. You're under a silence
Because
spell.
there once was a dog with Bard.
No,
His
no,
teeth the
not
size
yet.
of a barge. He ripped some throat, some bodies float. Turns out there was Kurtz Estrada.
Roll me a performance check.
I don't know my stats, but I just rolled a nat 20.
Yes! You're on point with me. I,
I
think
can't
that's a
make that
plus
up.
7.
Here's my proof.
He 100% rolled a nat 20.
Hold on.
I just looked over there.
Brian, if your performance is even close to mine, I have a plus 10.
Well, I'm a bard, so I'm pretty sure it's high
It's
enough.
100% like a plus
I haven't
12
had
at this
time to
point.
bring
Yeah,
up
I'm
my
pretty
stats
sure you're
yet.
at plus 12.
So,
if
anyways, the
nothing else.
greatest limerick of all time breaks through a silence spell. It says, "How in the hell?" And he snaps another silence spell at you. Says, "Enough out of you." Okay. Okay. I got enough. It's a new day. It's past 12.
How long you been thinking about that, Brian?
I have a new day. I have a new name. Today you may call me PaddyCake.
PaddyCake?
Dr. PaddyCake.
PaddyCake.
His name is PaddyCake.
Baker's man.
Just PaddyCake. Don't make it any weirder than it has to be.
We're about some strokes as fast as he can.
And he walked right in there with me.
Anyways, okay. You guys, I have to make an example out of some people. So,
Then the dog.
okay, we're not going to sell each other out here. What we're going to do, I can make this all go away.
Sounds like a wonderful
I
plan.
can take care of the parents too. We're all now partners in this. So you see him pick up the phone and just wave his hand, and anyone who wants, roll me a perception check.
Oh, I have
Nope.
juicy roll.
19?
Highest right now is a 19. 'Cause
Also a
the
19.
DC's pretty low on this because this is really funny.
Also a 19.
Well, I challenged with my 3.
Oof. So you don't hear this.
I'm too busy singing.
16.
Wow. 16. The three of you hear this, and that's Will, Mike, that's Scris, Dread, and Thalmus hear this. You hear just an explosion on the other end of the phone. He somehow sent a fireball through a phone. Through a crystal.
That's some high-level magic right there.
That's
look at me. Look at me. I'm a very old and powerful wizard. Okay? Do not mess with me. I'm only doing this once because of the fact, hand down, sir. I'm only doing this because you were attacked, and this would be a media catastrophe for the university, that we have students murdering students. So I took care of the parents. They're not going to be around any longer. No hand down.
What level spell slot was that?
He had he used his 9s. He uses 9. It was like an 8th level spell.
You know, I think there's
So it was like
certain-
14 D. It was like 14 D6
Something
fireball.
like that.
Got like
That's
3 levels of sorcerer for like
that's
long
nuke level.
spell.
Like he's just like no.
It's a bit excessive.
Long distance spell.
But, okay.
He sent it magically through a phone. Through a crystal.
Wow. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Remember,
now
step
it's
out of line, and any one of you could be stricken by lightning at any point in time.
I salute.
Time to
Sir,
check
yes,
my
sir.
immunities.
I am a weird old man. I'm going to ask you this one question. He lifts the silent spell from everybody. What is the most powerful magic in the world? And if you say friendship, I'm ending all of you right now.
Love?
Silent spell. No, wrong answer. You, he points to Dread.
The gods.
No.
Fear?
No.
Minshew mania.
Also wrong. The most powerful form of magic is chronomancy. And he pauses time, slaps you all three in the face. Now you can't prove that I slapped you in the face. And all three of you take 13 points of force damage.
Oh my goodness.
You're all hurt very badly. Says, that's what I can do in a second of freezing time. I move incredibly fast for an old man.
My leg.
I wear very loose clothing.
That's really annoying. I can't adjust my HP right now.
So it's a really
So just keep track of it on a calculator. But I've handled it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I seem very mad. I'm not
scared.
mad.
Terrified of
I'm
this
scared.
old man.
Coming through the room is Dr. Emery Longstrider.
It bothers me a lot.
He's head of all the freshmen. He says, "Okay, Dr. Rosegard, you need to calm down." It's like, "My name today is PaddyCake. I cannot calm down." It's like, "Well, Dr. PaddyCake," and he kind of laughs while he says it. He's like, "Well, these boys did what you asked them to do, correct?" "Well, yes, I did ask them to do this." "Well, then, they cannot be punished for your actions. You told them to go investigate, and they were attacked, and under your adventuring academy, did what they are taught to do."
Who's this person?
This is Dr. Emery Longstrider.
I am
He's head
writing
of,
down his name.
he is head of
Favorite
all
person right now.
Emery, Ememory, Emery Longstrider. He's head of all freshmen and advisor to lots of he's more of like a barbarian teacher. So he's ripped, big dude. Rather big. He's about he's about 6'1", 6'2". He's a bigger guy, but like chonky, like big shoulders, big broad thing. But he's like
Big stomps.
elegantly dressed though for a barbarian. Like he's in a suit and tie. He's like, "Listen, they were done. They did what you told them to do, and their TA was with them. It is okay. Now, granted, I heard a fireball go off because I heard you casted a fireball through a phone." He's like, "Yes, what about it?" It's like, "You cannot be doing that to people." It's like, "Well, I guess you're right, but at the end of the day, I'm very powerful wizard." And he's like, "We understand you're a very powerful wizard. That's why you are head of the school for protection purposes." It's like, "That is true." So,
Could you imagine him as head of security?
oh, it'd be terrifying. He
Can
is
I
technically.
get a heal?
Dr. Emery, he's like, "Yes, I do. I did take Mage Initiate very early in my life, so healing words everybody."
Thank goodness I had 17 HP.
You got slapped that hard? 13?
I was at 30 to start. They hit me hard.
Oh, yeah, because you guys didn't heal from the last fight.
Yeah, I was kind of low, and I was like, if I get hit again by Senor...
Dr. PaddyCake.
Dr. PaddyCake, I'm going to be in trouble.
Can you imagine losing a character to a guy named PaddyCake?
His name
I
is...
would cry. We're not going
And
to talk
because
about
he
losing
slapped
characters
you
right
and
now.
Stopped time.
It's okay, my
he
song
said
did
he
not
asked you
turn
what
you.
was the most powerful magic class of magic, and you all answered wrong, and he yelled chronomancy and froze time and slapped you all in the face. Luckily, he didn't cast his spell and then unfreeze time.
That would be really bad.
So if he asks you that question, if I ask you for that question again, I cannot find Bren Skywalker. What's her last name? Dang it, I have to look this up now.
This isn't a Star Wars
If you can
campaign.
find Drippy Tallfellow, let him know I'm also angry with Drippy Tallfellow.
And Bren Skywing.
Skywing. There it is, yes. She is outside the city of Roseport. If she was in Roseport, I would have immediately zapped her here. Same thing with Drippy. My powers extend... My immense power has been bound to Roseport and the surrounding area. Much like Death in Soul Eater. He's like, if you ever leave here, I can't do anything to you.
Duly noted.
Which is sad that I had to state that out loud. You should not know that. You should not know that.
I'm gonna go home
Shouldn't
now.
have done that.
You all free to leave. Make sure Marianne at the front desk knows that you are leaving. You check out with her. Remember, that's the illithid
Yes.
the illithid receptionist. She's there all the time.
And we promise not to kill any more students.
You cannot
I have
promise
my
that. I
fingers
don't
crossed.
trust you.
That's fair. And totally understandable.
You guys make your way down the stairs. Doc.
I have something to ask him about real quick before
Oh
we
yes.
head out.
Yes. I silenced you all, and he unlifts the silence spell again. Yes.
I
Mr.
just wanted
Lord
to
Dredd.
mention that on my way here, I walked by the rose fountain, and I noticed it's very clouded. I tasted it. I think it's got wormwood in it.
Wormwood, you say?
Yes, I'm pretty certain.
No, damn it. You see, he's trying to get he's like, I control the fountain. It's not working, and it's infuriating me. It's infuriating me, and he disappears.
I'm not going to investigate the fountain.
Nope.
Sometimes it takes a
Not
little
messing with
longer
that.
to get
No,
on.
no, no, no.
Interesting.
Not my problem no more.
He disappears. He's had Dr. PaddyCake is not having a good night.
Clearly. He
So
just
left in the room
fireballed
with you
the
guys is
house.
Dr. Longstride. He's like, okay, now you've seen his good side and his bad side. Let's not return, because normally after he's angry he gets sexy. He's a weird old man.
Yeah,
let's leave.
Let's
Let's keep it FCC compliant.
So yes.
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
appropriate.
FCC appropriate, please.
So Dr. Longstride is like, you four need to tell your other compatriots not to mess around for a while. Okay? I'm on your side here.
Thank you.
I expect you all
Appreciate it.
to come to my office by the morning to discuss what happened last night, because I don't know all the details. And this will spread through wildfire through the school. In the wrong way possible. In the worst way possible. So let's not do that. Let's try to trap this as much as possible so I can get the actual story out to the school paper, because I'm also in charge of that. So then the facts are facts.
So we're gonna be known as something like the Butchers of Tau Pai Pai?
Essentially.
Don't
like that
say that.
title.
He relishes that title.
It's not okay that you like that. It's not okay that you like
Toss
that.
a coin to your warlock.
So just make sure. This is a warlock that casted our Hunger of Hate at students.
Is this the kind of thing that you all usually get up to when I'm not around?
He's don't be a murder hobo.
Don't know. This is the first time you weren't there.
We don't
Oh,
need
boy.
if we needed murder hobos in this school, it would be a major. It is not a major. It is
It's
not
a minor.
It's a minor in murder hobo.
Yes, but you are not on track for the minor and murder hoboing.
I don't know. I
don't know. We took a couple extra.
I think we took a couple points there.
We'll talk about this in the morning, please. I need to go make sure of certain things happened. What do you guys do as you leave the administration building?
Cry.
So many things
Pull
have
some
happened.
Flesh out of Paul's teeth.
Drink.
Ugh. So many things happened.
I'm ordering beverages, sending them to my dorm, and drinking heavily.
Okay. Are you guys heading to bed?
Yes.
Are you going to try to talk about what happened?
Should we talk about what happened?
Do we have a bar on campus?
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
there's a
there
bar on
on
campus.
Yeah.
You know where
For
I'm
one
going.
thing, yes, we kind of
Wait,
all
yes.
met there. If you
Remember,
may
you guys
recall.
all met there.
I wasn't there
I-
this
And
first
we
campaign.
almost started a bar fight.
Yes.
I would kind of like to address
Technically,
the
you
issue
were,
that
but you weren't.
there
I was
seems to be a
you.
The bard
tendency to
wasn't
resort
all
very
there.
quickly to
I was
violence
you.
in
I
this
honestly
party.
don't think that we should go to. I
A
don't think we should
populated
be
area.
public right now.
I just
I think
watched
we should
my
be
dog rip a
rather-
guy's throat out. I need a drink.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. We
that's-
should get a drink, but I think we should be real low key and get them to sent to.
Yes, I think we might be safer in the graduate quarters.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%.
No, I have a +4 in stealth. I can totally dress up.
Yeah, so
That's good for you.
yeah, you're the only one. Okay, no, there's two of you that probably can't stealth.
Well,
Three.
actually,
I can stealth about as well as the.
So
Oh, I don't have the
at nighttime,
skills.
you don't have to worry about stuff. Not a lot of students are out right now. It's like
That's
2 in the morning.
Oh,
I don't care. I'm still don't think we should
be
go.
public.
If whoever has who has the highest stealth in the party currently in the party right
Not
now.
me.
Definitely not me.
I have a +2.
I have a +1.
We are not a sneaky party.
Well, your sneaky
Am
boys.
I actually the highest?
I believe Brian's the highest.
Well, you are
Four.
Well,
the
you
highest.
know,
Yeah,
a
you're
bard
+4.
is kind
So
of part
Brian,
rogue.
roll for the party, please.
Please roll well.
That's a 4.
That's 8
How'd
total.
you go from a 20 with a
So that's-
limerick
that's
to
an
a
eight
I'm
total?
going
four?
to 3 next, technically.
Doesn't he have inspiration?
So that's, yeah,
Hey,
I have
doesn't
bardic
he have
inspiration.
inspiration?
Do you have a token of inspiration?
I think he does. He should.
I think I used that a while ago, actually.
I don't think
Unless
so.
you gave me a new one recently.
Let me see your. No, it's not in there. He must have used it.
Oh well.
Or maybe he didn't mark it.
No, I definitely mark them for you
I
guys.
think I used it during a battle.
Sad face.
It might have been the one where we killed people.
It might have been the one where he murdered people.
Oh. Probably.
Anyways,
Might have been around someone
with
who tried
that
to kill my dog.
8, you are guys aren't the quietest bunch. You guys can't help. 2 of you can't help but laughing on your way through the campus because you guys are gonna be famous for the wrong reasons.
That's called infamous, but hey, for the butchers of
That's called
top pie.
Slytherin.
Anyways, so you guys make your way to the graduate quarters, and there, Scris knows a few. So there are a few grad students there that Scris definitely knows. Scott McMahon's there, Eric Rise, Isaac Townshed, and Virginia Underwood are there. It's like, oh, hello, Scris.
Hi.
Mr. Isaac says to you, he's like, do anything fun tonight?
Depends on your definition of fun.
Well, our definition of fun is actually working on our theses and, enjoying a drink. I don't know if your definition of fun is murdering students.
No, it's not my definition of fun. So no, we did not have fun tonight. It was not fun in any way, shape, or form. But that drink, yes, I think I am going to be
Roll
doing-
me a charisma. Actually, roll me an insight on Virginia Underwood. Scris.
Oh no.
Why?
What's your insight?
Well, I have a pass of 14. Is that enough?
No.
No, probably not. Actually, no. Roll this. Roll that die.
No.
Please roll
No.
that die. Please roll.
He can roll his own dice.
I don't.
He's a big boy.
I don't need to roll because I think this is probably something rather important.
Oh.
And I have my daily divination from, well, because it hasn't been a day yet, of a 17.
17. You notice that
That's without pluses,
while most people here are giving you glares, she's giving you a sexy glare.
Oh no. Oh.
She's giving you a glare like she's into bad boys. And into older bad boys.
I'm gonna be a good bard. I'm gonna be a good bard. I'm gonna be a good bard.
I'm not.
Meep.
She kind of gives you. She kind of gives you a wink. She kind of gives you a wink, and you have a D8 bardic inspiration.
Oh.
A what?
You have a
You have a
D8
D8 of bardic inspiration. That's baller.
because she's also a bard.
Oh.
For the
Bad
next,
things
like,
are about to
10
happen.
minutes or something.
Can I roll a performance check to sing my rendition of Tussaquintier Warlock?
Yes, but at disadvantage because they know you're not an upperclassman.
That's fine.
Major disadvantage.
That's a 19. And that's still a 13.
A
'cause I have a
13?
plus 10.
A 13.
Oh, wait. Can I use my inspiration to make that not disadvantage? Because I still
Yeah,
have
then
it.
roll again.
Okay, cool. That's a 14 plus 10. That's a 24.
24. With that 24, people are getting into it, but then they realize, oh wait, this is a person that murders people.
And
so they're not gonna they're not gonna be too thrilled by your music. Then you see then you see coming out of the back you meet Yassine. This is the only one who knows this is Scris. He is a bard. He is the head bard teacher. He is like the bard teacher for the graduates. Like your graduate professor is Dr. McGoomples. Virginia's would be Dr. Yancy.
Okay.
And she's like, well, it's the murderers of Tau Pai Pai.
Butchers, thank you.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we need to talk about how quickly you resort to violence in situations.
It's a 19 intimidation on you. Be like, shut your mouth, young one. Roll me a counter intimidation.
Intimidation?
Yeah. It's a 19.
I beat that.
What'd you roll?
I got a 13. I have a plus 7. 20.
Oh wow, she has a also has a plus 7 but rolled a 12. So wow, so you are not intimidated by this professor.
But you know it is intimidating.
But
I know it's
that
intimidating.
Voice from above
but I
that's
beat
pointing
it.
out that it's 11 o'clock and it's time for a legal ID.
Well, you know what? She's gonna make a roll real quick.
91.3 FM.
And that's a
WBNY.
dirty 20 performance check because she has a plus 15 because she's a very high level. She's a very high level bard, and she says, "Now it is time for a 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982. Brought to you by your Buffalo State College student activity fee, and you're all moved to tears."
Well done.
I feel confused.
Good stuff. Good stuff right there.
Well, you're all moved to tears by this beautiful legal
Truly
ID
the best
The
legal
best
ID
legal
ever.
ID we have ever heard.
in your life.
I don't know. I think we got.
I
a
don't
lot
even
of
know
really
what a
good
legal ID
ideas.
is.
It's the station identification.
No, I know. I know.
Ba, 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 ba.
It's kind of like. the
Anyways, yeah. So you meet Dr. Yancy, and she's like, "I think it's best that you take your drinks to leave tonight."
I agree.
100%.
Okay. So like, she snaps to the barkeep. She's like, "Get their drinks in containers to go." For
I wasn't actually going to the bar. I was just going to send an unseen servant down. But okay, this works too.
Can I use sleight of hand to grab one extra?
go right ahead. What is that?
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. I'm gonna roll for her perception. She does not notice.
Sweet.
Yes.
Okay, well, I grab an extra bottle of mead.
Sick.
As you
better share.
as you go behind the bar and grab an extra bottle of mead, she's like, "I hope you guys don't get any more trouble this evening."
Absolutely not. I think we've all had our share of trouble tonight.
Yep,
Mhm.
absolutely, totally. Not going to do
And,
anything else stupid.
She's like, "I will, Scris, I'll see you maybe later. Well, because we have the graduate fair later in the week, and I know you'll be with Dr. McGoomples at that time, so I'll probably see you then."
I'm sure I will.
And she disappears. Yes, a
much-
lot of professors can disappear on this
How
campus. They're
much
very high level
HP
magic.
did we get from that healing?
Oh, you're back to
word?
full.
Okay, sick.
It was a high level healing word
Sick.
from a barbarian. You
Yeah,
can shout healing word at people.
He's just yelling,
Heal!
"You are
Heal!
healed!"
Yeah, basically. And he can do it while raging.
What?
because it's not a concentration spell. And he
Boy, howdy, I hope we don't have to fight him
there's
later.
spells that you don't have to concentrate on are great for barbarians. especially if they take.
They don't like to do the thinkies.
They don't want to think about while they're raging. But anyways,
after-
you guys have your drinks to go. Are you guys going somewhere to drink these, or are you just drinking them and then heading to your rooms?
Well,
We're
like I said,
conversing somewhere.
I had planned on just grabbing the group and heading to what would be my room.
Okay, yeah. So I'm saying you guys
And
stay.
down
You guys, your apartments, even though it's a small apartment, it's enough for the four of you plus Paul to stay in for the night. Well, so you guys, so
Well-
they're not walking at night by themselves back to their.
We will do that.
Because some people around campus might try to hurt them.
I would love to
Just,
see them try. I mean, I'm
You
low
can't
on
bring it
time.
on.
You're squishy.
True, but I've also got a gun.
You want to shoot more students? Is what
If they come at me, what can I do?
he wants to shoot more students. The answer to not shooting students is
Lay low.
the answer to Thalamus is the answer to the question of Thalamus, do you want to shoot more students is yes. That's the answer
is
choice.
if they come at me first.
That's his answer choice is just yes.
The
Depends on
question
the
was,
student.
what are you gonna do to not?
So
get
you
in
guys
trouble?
make your way
Immediately
back to
shoot?
Scris's apartment. Scris, is your apartment clean at this point, or have you neglected that?
No, that's I generally use an unseen servant to keep everything nice and tidy. And
Oh, that's good.
that's the reason why I have said I'm a researcher. I'm not. I'm an archaeologist, not a murderer.
Not a murderer.
Butcher. Excuse you.
Okay, I'm an archaeologist, not a butcher. This has not been archaeology. I am confused. Holy cow, what is wrong with you?
Do you want that in alphabetical or chronological order?
Oh my god. Why? Just
Why not?
Anyways, so as you guys are discussing, you talk about the documents you found. You tell them about the worm. Was it? I said wormwood, right?
Wormwood, yeah.
Wormwood. I'm making sure I'm correct on my own lore stuff. Do you mention the gangsters you saw in town?
No, because that didn't really register as something
Okay.
important to me.
And then, so you guys discuss about what happened and how we're not going to murder students.
We're definitely going to try not to.
Try not to, at least. And is there anything you guys do before you go to bed?
Drink.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
well,
Heavily.
other than drink heavily.
Well, obviously, doing the whole checking on spells, that sort of thing. The typical normal evening routine, and then
Definitely do some checkup on people's mental states, for sure. Like, hey, Brian, what's your character's name again? Artemis, right?
Artemis.
How you doing over there, bud?
I'm wonderful.
Good stuff.
I'm into my meat.
Can you toss some of that over here?
I'm gonna roll for acrobatics. I'm gonna
I'm
roll
not
for.
actually telling you to toss it. Just sort of like hand it over.
Oh,
to share.
Okay, I hand it over. There goes the fun.
Well, we're sharing. Sharing is caring.
look at I've had my glass of wine. I am going to bed. Please don't make a
Wine.
mess of this place.
Wine.
And
I
let's-
called shenanigans. You definitely grabbed a scotch.
Whoops.
Whatever. I still have my drink. I am going to call it a night. Please, don't do anything.
Oh, we will stay 100% in this room.
Okay. I hope so. Well, unless something comes up. But just don't kill anybody if possible.
I give you a thumbs up.
Okay. All right. So,
I like there's a chance that we can break that rule.
So do you
Really,
do
really
all of you
big
go to
rule.
bed?
Yes.
Essentially.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
As you go to bed,
Oh,
as
no.
Chris enters his sleep, roll me a charisma save with disadvantage, Chris, because you are incredibly tired, and also slightly
I always
intoxicated.
forget what does it
Yeah,
mean
the
with
cards.
disadvantage.
That
So
means
you just
gotta
roll you roll
twice.
2d20s and take the worst
Yeah.
result.
This scares me.
This is gonna go poorly. I
Yes,
feel it.
because I'm probably going to roll a 20 and a 1.
Oh, please don't roll a 1.
Huh?
Ooh,
Actually, no.
15 is the
Solid.
lowest one.
15 is your lowest.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You make your way out of your apartment. Anyone who wants, roll me while sleeping at disadvantage perception check.
5. 9.
9, you don't hear him leave his apartment.
Yeah. I think
Total
so.
of 10.
Total of 10, you don't hear him either. Nope for Brian?
Great.
Definitely a nope.
Okay, no one
Great.
hears.
The gnome slips by the rogues and the pirate.
Hey, you're quiet. You're a little guy. I'm not paying attention to you.
As you're trans heading to where you think the deck that you are charmed by, that you don't know that you're charmed by it, because you're in, like, when you're tranced by this deck, you're still in, like, a sleep, but you can't really talk, but you can still take movements and actions and stuff. You can think if you're being threatened, but you can't actually do it. You can't reason your way out of doing stuff, basically. As you're making this check, roll me an investigation with advantage.
Oh, no.
Well, I've got a pass of 22.
I'll pass the 22. You make your way to Dr. McGoomple's office, and you hear this deck resonating.
That's when you wanted to roll.
I had an advantage anyhow.
That's the problem.
Oh no.
This is how one of my characters
no.
died.
Anyways,
Oh,
as you hear this
no.
deck resonating, you open the box and roll me a d4 minus 1.
A D4 minus 1.
Yes. Did you miss the table?
He threw it behind him.
Oh wow. That's like when you're doing Wii bowling and the ball goes backwards and everyone goes, ah!
That's pretty much what just happened here. That was spectacular.
I got a 3.
A
Well,
3,
I rolled a 4, but
so 3 total.
yeah.
Come into Studio A, please,
Oh God. I'll be right there.
and we'll
Oh dear.
This will go a good time to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on 91.3 WBNY Buffalo to find out what happens. We'll stay tuned for that.
Let me use those.
Should've thought of that before. I like to think the last thing that went through his head, other than that bullet, was
91.3 WBNY.
Music Radio. WBNY 91.3 FM, Buffalo. Hey fans, saying hey, tune in and listen to some good music. It's about the only thing left for you.
WBNY. WBNY.
And now, a Bill O'Reilly moment.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Again. 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Buffalo?
We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
This Bill O'Reilly moment was brought to you by 91.3 FM, WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative.
91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo, where our carts don't work, and we're doing it live like Bill O'Reilly. We're back with D&D University. Man, do I play the theme, or should we sing it ourselves? I have everyone in Studio A right now for this incredible moment of pulling from the deck of many things. We discussed this over the break. That's why it took a little bit longer. If Paul would have noticed, and if this is Artemis's Direwolf, would have noticed that Scris left. Brian rolled a 17 on a perception. Would Paul leave your side, though, while you're sleeping? Is the question. While you're...
Probably not.
Okay, but he did notice him leaving.
And then put his head back
So
down.
So Paul did notice that Scris was leaving, and they can communicate telepathically.
Through his drunken state.
Well, not now. He'll probably tell him in the morning that you left, but you as Scris do not know why you left. I made you roll a D4 minus 1. You got 3. So he'll be pulling 3 cards from the deck of many things while I set some music. Dreamy, sleepy music. You will pull from the deck of many things, and you will tell me out loud what they are.
It sounds like I'm about to
We
see
have a
picture
very
of Bart
nice little
Simpson.
box that we'll take a picture of, and it will go in the video with writing on it. If you want, roll a d20, and it's a flat history check. Do you know what your history is plus?
I got an 18 hints, so, and something really did it? Yes.
That's very high.
Yes.
That's a 19 plus a lot.
Yes.
On a history check. Just looking at this box as you're dreamily looking at this. You would know what this writing is.
Okay.
So this may never happen again. You may know how to dispel this. It is a riddle. I will read to you what the riddle is before you draw from the deck of many things. Let me pop that up. Everyone's abandoning and going back to the studio, so I'm going to turn 1 and 2 back on. Hi, Alex.
Hello. I was trying to
Let me know what it is.
Yeah, it's a +7.
So yeah, so it's like a 26 history check.
Yeah. That's a solid history check.
So it reads, and I wrote this one myself. I am what is left when all's said and done. Everything hangs before me when you have won. Lose me and you will surely fall, for I am the one that helps you stand against it all. That is the run. That is what's written on the box and on the inside as well.
And you're now a paladin.
No, you're not a paladin. This is just the music. But that is what's written. The only one that knows what is written here is Scris. If you know at home, you can more than welcome call in. I am what is left when all said and done. Everything hangs before me when you have won. Lose me and you surely will fall, for I am the one that helps you stand against it all. Is the rhyme on there. Now we will pull from the deck of many things. You will pick 3 cards.
The top 3?
Yep, and you will tell me what they are, one at a time. 3 cards were drawn. The deck is closed. The box is closed. And you will let me know what they are. Yes.
Innocent.
Innocent.
Paul's innocent.
Hashtag save Paul.
This is like the story of the day. Tempter.
Tempter.
Wow.
Lizard.
Wow.
I will let you
Clearly
know
it's
what
the
they
lizard
do.
people.
Innocent. You will find that out. I can't reveal that.
I'll tell you what
Turns
it
out
is.
it's not historic enough.
I will tell you what this means. Nope, I won't.
Never mind.
I lied.
Okay, Tempter. This one you get to know. You will either gain 10,000 XP, or you can draw 2 additional cards from the deck of many things. You can 10,000 XP or draw 2 more cards.
10k
Some of them get in
XP?
really badly, right?
Take the XP, obviously.
That's like
Is that a level up?
It might be a level
that's
up
like
for him.
2.
It's a lot.
I'll take the XP.
Okay, you'll take the XP. That's why it's called Tempter. Wizard. You've drawn the card of the Fates.
Uh-oh.
What this does for you. Reality fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. This card's magic.
Nothing wrong!
When you use this card, you can use this card's magic as soon as you draw or at any point in time before you die. So you can erase one event, past, present, or in the future.
You're joking,
Oh my
right?
God.
That is what he has drawn.
You just give him a game breaker.
He basically has a get out of jail free card if the party gets
You
TPK'd.
just gave him a totem of undying.
Essentially, is what that's what
Well,
it
you
is.
said
You
he
draw the
can't
face.
use it once he's dead, so...
Until if he's alive while the entire party is wiped, he can use this magic.
You're a wizard, right?
I am a wizard.
That's
you might
why.
want to draw that a little early then.
But those are your 3 cards.
I
Go take a picture of those and then bring those cards back to me, so you know. So if I forget what they are, if I forget later in the later on, I know what it is.
Do you have the other one?
What other one?
The first one that I drew?
Oh yeah, I'll let you. You also
The
won't know
DM
what
and
that one
wizard
is.
are discussing, by
That
the
was
way.
that
You're
was the
listening to
that was the
WBNY.
traitor. You won't know what that is. That hasn't. No, that one was. The next combat you face single-handedly, you'll also gain a level.
Right.
His was the traitor.
Right.
Alex pulled a very long time ago.
I was just wondering if you had that one so I can just get a picture of all of them.
Oh no, I know that one already. That one I have written down. No, I don't have. It's in the deck somewhere. I don't want to find it. Anyways, that is pulling from the deck of many things, and that instance was nothing too bad happened. He got a riddle that may or may not help him. He got a free, essentially what is 2 levels.
Yeah, I think that's like 2 levels. 10k XP. That's ridiculous.
Which you can go ahead and, if you're online, you can go ahead and add that to your character sheet. I might end up doing that for him.
Yeah, he can just switch the thing to...
Yeah, I'm gonna add that for him. When your dad gets back, tell him. Actually, I'll tell him when he gets in.
Yeah, he's
Comes
coming
back this
right
way.
Back over.
See where he lands.
So I'm gonna add milestone advancement. I gotta change that. It has XP base. Confirm. Then we're going to
He's switching your character to add that XP to figure out how much levels you just took.
Okay.
I'm gonna add that value right now. So that's 10,000 XP.
Oh yeah. Hey, is Mike's not on.
Oh.
How many levels did you just get?
He just actually from 6, because you're at 6. 10,000 puts him at 7.
Solid. That's a level.
Level up.
So you're at level.
It's pretty ballin'. Gives you 4th level spells.
You're at level 7, and you get nothing else other than spell slots in his by his class. So now you're level 7. So if you refresh your, oh, sorry about that. if you refresh your page, Scris.
Yes, I see. It now says that I'm a level 7 wizard.
Yeah.
I am. Wow.
I thought you heard me saying his mic was off.
No, I got it.
Thank
I figured
you.
it out.
All right.
So yeah, that is the evening. You make your way back to your domicile. You make it back to your house, to your apartment. with
Dorm?
your.
Is that the word you're looking
No,
for? Dorm?
No, I wouldn't say. I said domicile because he lives off campus. He lives
look
just
at you
outside of
being all
campus.
special.
Yeah, I use domicile.
Well, it's that whole graduate thing.
Yeah, whole graduate thing. He doesn't live on campus, but he lives incredibly close to campus, enough where he can go get his favorite coffee and make it to class on time, because he's smart. Which is a coffee shop named the Daily Press right outside his house.
Sounds familiar.
It's a coffee shop I visited in New York. It was called the Daily Press. In Brooklyn. Because where's Brooklyn at? But anyways, you guys awake to the next morning. I'm gonna change the ambient nighttime music. Let's change the music while we wake up in the morning. It's about noon because you guys went to bed incredibly late. So you can go ahead and make your divination rolls. You can go ahead. All spell slots are recovered. HP's back. And who would be the first one up?
Dred's probably pretty an early riser usually.
I'm probably hungover, so I'm not getting up fast.
Oh yeah.
I know one rule I'm not using.
Paul's up pretty early because he's Wolf.
You guys wake up in the morning. It is raining outside today. Today's a darker, gloomier day.
Let the rain fall.
I found a really good,
That's solid.
ambient sound, solid sound. I know. It's almost like I'm a DJ. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Anyways, you guys all wake up in the next morning. You guys get some coffee. It's about now 1-ish. You guys kind of skipped classes today. It's been a rough day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we weren't we like basically instructed to lay low.
Essentially, we were told to lay low. You guys can discuss from what happened last night, and you guys haven't got your message from Derek yet. Derek Kramer will be calling in. I've confirmed this.
Is he really?
I talked to Derek. Yeah, I talked in IRL, cutting from the ambient music in D&D for a second. I talked to Derek last night. When I was leaving work, and he said when he is free, which will be around noon-ish. The phone's ringing. I'm gonna get that real quick. Brian, fill your time.
Hi guys, this is Artemis.
Hello.
We did a lot of bad things, but we're gonna go ahead and move on now. We're gonna go have a coffee.
Remember,
I'm
kids,
hungover.
don't do this at home.
I'm hungover. There might be another member hungover. I don't know how Alex is doing over there. He seems all right.
How can I help you?
Thomas is fine.
I don't think this is Derek on the phone. It definitely doesn't sound like a dude, bro.
Nope.
It would have
been sales call.
That would have been amazing timing.
Perfect timing.
I went to timing.
Timing. But amazing timing if that was Derek calling in to appear in your living room. But you're in your living room. Yeah, lots of things have happened.
Yeah.
If you guys want to discuss them. Does Paul let you know that he left in the morning? Left very early at night?
Does Paul speak English?
Paul can communicate with you telepathically.
All I heard was arf, arf, arf. Gnome left, arf.
So, Paul goes,
yes, he does.
So, yeah, if Paul lets you know, do you let everyone else, including Scris, know? Because Scris doesn't know he's doing this either.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you say to your party? Role play it, as I would say. It's almost like this is a role-playing game.
There once was a gnome. I'm not going with that. I don't have anything in mind for that.
He
You
didn't
need
think of
more
this
than
one long enough.
seconds.
Okay, so you started that by telling us there was a gnome.
Let me take a drink of my coffee. So the gnome is sleepwalking.
Scris, you sleepwalk?
That's not necessarily good.
You should probably get that looked at.
Okay.
Yeah, you should talk to the herbalist or something.
Yeah, get some melatonin.
Where did
Maybe you should cut down on the caffeine.
go?
I don't know. Paul just said he walked out of the room, and that was it.
Concerning, you hear a knock on the door.
At the coffee shop?
No, you're back in Scris's apartment.
Oh.
You got coffee. You got a little few
pay
bagels.
attention.
You hear a knock at the door.
You gonna get that, Scris?
Sorry, I'm still.
Okay, I guess I'll walk over and get the door.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna roll it. Quickly before you open the door. I'm gonna roll a D100.
Oh no.
To decide who's at the door.
Should I have used Mage Hand for this?
No,
Am I
it's
about to
more
get
of a
killed?
random encounter.
No, because I have a list of 100 names.
I will open
Who's
the door.
gonna be at the door?
This is very scary.
28. Oh, okay. As you open the door, a very beautiful woman's at the door. Long black hair. Very beautiful woman. Fair complexion. She's an elf. Long ears, black hair. And she says, "Is Scris here?"
An elf, you say?
Full-blown elf, yeah.
Oh. We don't
She
want
asks
any.
She's like, I'm here really looking for Scris.
Hey, Scris, are you here?
Hey,
yeah, why?
Yeah, look over
He's
at
here.
Scris and go. I try to be more subtle about him.
She's beginning weeping, saying, "I finally found you. I finally found you."
Oh boy!
Didn't know you were looking.
Thomas like, oh, I've seen this
I've
before.
been
She's here for you. She doesn't look pregnant. You're okay.
I've been looking for you my entire life.
Meep.
Anyone who wants, roll me an insight. Everyone roll an insight.
Ooh, I rolled very well. Insight?
Yeah.
19.
19.
13.
13. Anyone above a 10 will know why she's here. Nope, no dread.
Scris, you're in trouble.
Nope.
Really awkward if he's the only one that doesn't roll above.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at spells. What
Okay.
am I rolling?
Sorry about that.
Spells.
He's looking at things he can do now.
Insight.
He's in his spell book like, oh, I can do this now. I woke up. He woke up feeling
Teary-eyed
amazing.
elf is staring at you, and you're like rolling through your pages.
Listen, however, that is this character. This character is
A bookworm.
A bookworm, an
100% a
archaeologist. I'm looking for you. Oh, great. Let me look at my spells some more.
Cool, come in, whatever. We have.
Okay,
we have
I rolled
coffee.
a 10. What was this? Off
Insight.
Of?
Insight.
Insight is what? Insight's wisdom, so 14.
14.
Wow.
With your everyone above a 10 would understand this person. Who my name is Natasha Beasley, and I'm in love with you. She is infatuated with you. You've never met this person. She doesn't go to the university. She's an elf that works in the city of Roseport, and she says she's been infatuated with you her entire life.
What spell did you cast?
Random event.
Hey, Scris,
Hi.
what'd you do?
What was on that card?
This is the card known as Innocent, and this is not known to your characters, but I will read what Innocent is.
Okay, out of character.
In the
What
deck
the
of
hell
many more
did you
things.
do?
This is out of character. This is out thing.
quite the walk I went on.
Any non-player character of the DM's choice, ergo me, and by choice I mean I roll the D100 on my list of random names I put up for random characters and races. Is a minute. Nope. Any non-player character, the DM's choice, it becomes enamored with you. The identity of which is new to, the identity of which is a new friend. Isn't known until the NPC or someone reveals it. The NPC will do everything in their power to aid you as you are a lifelong friend or lover. And if it was a male, I have tables of male names and female names and those of unspecified gender on a table of 100 names.
So
And I roll the D, and I roll the 28, and her name is 28. And the next to that says elf. I random generated 100 different races. Well, about all the races I did put in a table on an Excel spreadsheet.
Lucky is what I'm hearing.
She is infatuated with you, and will do anything in her power to
Great.
aid you in any way, in
The
any shape or
poor
form.
gnome.
In less than 12 hours.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got one of the hot elves from Lord of the Rings here, sir.
Yeah, basically you got like Awen Morningstar or whatever.
The dude with the 10 charisma who watches books as now been
Watches
seen.
books.
Yeah,
A
has now been
plus.
seen as a bad boy and has a elf. Okay, what's
Okay,
the name
Leonard.
again?
Her name. 1 second. I walked away from it. Her name is Beverly. No, not Beverly. It's 28. 28. Natasha Beasley.
Wow. Wow. Why can't I draw a card like that?
Well, because you resisted. Because he's the one who opened the deck of many things. When you deck, that was a random event that I rolled for to see if the deck would appear, and I rolled pretty high. So I'm like, okay, how do I work this in? And I'm like, I'll make it a fortune teller lady, and then I'll have her lose the deck. It's in the house, and if they find it, they find it. If not, it's not in the campaign. Oh well. And someone found it, and he was charmed by the deck of many things. This is all out of character, out of game explanations.
Yeah, I mean, I have gotten really lucky, considering the fact that I'm sure there's some cards in there that says you die now.
There's lots of cards there.
Definitely that cards to say you just die.
And this is the deck. I'm using the Taroka deck from Curse of Strahd. So this is called the deck of many more things.
Okay.
And this is an expanded table.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff
table.
to pick of. And if it's from Strahd, it's probably not healthy.
No, there's lots of bad things in here.
Yeah.
There's a card. There's a card named Marionette that adds 2 to whatever you have to draw.
Deadly Vampire.
So if he draw 3 cards. If he picked Marionette, he would have had to draw another 2 cards.
Oh goodness.
There's cards called the Mist, which is essentially the void, and his character's soul is zapped out of him, and he's sent to a completely different plane.
Yeah, right.
That lightning was spot on.
I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, I'm not necessarily the one who necessarily goes with fate or anything like that. But the cards I drew today was the innocent. You know, hashtag Paul didn't do it.
Hashtag Paul did nothing wrong.
We did nothing. We did nothing wrong. Followed by, what was the second one again? The tempting one,
the tempter, and the wizard.
The one that came in and thinks I'm a bad boy now, and then I'm a wizard. So it's just like, wow, this is like creepy.
Yeah.
And I shuffled it, and you have a riddle that's in your head right now.
Fortune telling confirmed for real.
And I am a divination mage, so yeah.
Yeah. If you want, like, your character has to figure out what this is a burning question you have. Well, that's why you're in your spell book. You're researching something, and this elf is now in your door. It's like, I'm infatuated. I love you.
Wow.
I will stay. I will live here from now on.
Thelmus is probably on his couch,
Professor,
cackling.
And
I live here now.
Artemis isn't sure if he wants to stay to watch what happens or if he wants to give him a room and leave.
I think you'll enjoy married life.
Do you want to watch the train wreck?
She fully goes into the kitchen and starts making you breakfast.
That's wrong. No, don't. I've got things that do that.
Did I do something wrong?
I've got things that do that, so you don't have to worry about that.
Do you hate me?
No.
She runs into the bathroom crying.
Oh dear God.
Oh, Thelmus is
Door
on
slams.
the floor now, like crying with laughter. Oh, Scris, you real stepped in it this time, bud.
Artemis is ready
luck.
to pull out
I've
that
seen
book.
this one before.
Perhaps the three of us and Paul should give them some space.
Yeah, it sounds good. Wonderful idea.
No.
Hey,
we gotta discuss things. We got a lot going on. And
Scris, you've got this.
I will handle things. What?
I just want to give a friendly reminder. We do have a book with a lot of details on how to take care of sexy activities.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Who's got that book?
Drippy has that book.
Right. Drippy has that book.
Okay, no. Yeah, we got things to figure out. I've got,
Scris, I think you might want to take care of your lady friend. Let's boogie.
Ooh, let me go find out what. Oh, yeah, let me go talk to her. Don't go too far. Just, I think we need to talk about things. I just, hold on.
So when he leaves, we bounce.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Cowards.
Oh, yep. I've been in that situation. Nah, we out.
Personality trait as listed on character sheet. I am horrible, awkward in social situations. Really? You leave? Thanks.
Actually, better point. Do I have invisibility of any kind? Because that would make it so much better. Because I'll just sit there and eat some popcorn.
I'm essentially not paying attention to you.
You hear her she's fully weeping in the bathroom.
It's on a serious subject.
I'm knocking on the door. I'm trying to talk to her.
Oh, I don't have.
You hate me.
I do. No. Just.
Can I roll an investigation to see if she's like cursed or something?
Anyone who wants to roll me Arcana.
I am a mage, and I have
Oh,
spells to
nope. I
handle
gotta
these things, so
chew
that
on the die.
so that we got time for other things. To we can explore
Other
the city.
things,
We can
Chris?
research. Shut up.
What sort of other things?
Well, who? I mean, I don't know you at all. I got time to get to know you. There we go.
I've known you all my life. She starts weeping even harder now in the bathroom. She casts lock on the door.
You have me at an advantage. You're a mage?
She's a sage.
She's a sage?
She casts lock on the door. She arcane locks the door.
Can you come out here and help me with something?
Roll me a persuasion with advantage.
Scris, if you convince me, I'll help you.
He has advantage. This person's it's persuasion, but he's persuading someone in love with him, like fully enamored.
Oh no!
What did he roll?
He rolled a 1 and a 2.
4.
4.
So what's your your persuasion? Is it 0?
My charisma's a 0.
So it's just a 4.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll.
Got a 4.
Thomas almost starts to feel bad for you.
She even with that 4, she comes out of the bathroom like mascara fully down.
Oh,
Thurston's
dear.
like, she's like, I'm a little better now. Yes.
You're a sage?
Yes. I work in town for one of the many gods in our world. I'm actually not from Dual Rain. I'm from the Stony Seps, and you're like, oh, I'm from there too.
Okay.
Do you tell her that you're from there too?
Yes.
It's like, see, it's fate that we were brought together. She is a sage of Hera.
Ooh.
So queen of all gods.
Yeah.
In the world,
I'm a follower
wife of Zeus.
I'm a follower of Athena.
Wife of Zeus, and stuff like that. But they're not
dangerous.
You absolutely are. Mm.
That's very dangerous. Do you like research?
I done my first bit of studying in my life. Yes.
I've got this rhyme. It's stuck in my head. Shall we go try to figure this one out?
Yes, please tell me what it is.
Okay, so I recant
I don't have the exact words.
Okay, I can read. 1 second, I can just.
You said it was burned into my mind, so.
Yeah, 1 second, I'll send it to you.
I unfortunately was not near a place where I can write these things down.
I'm currently sending it to
I
you.
tried to get as much of it as I
there you
could,
go.
but I couldn't get it quick enough.
There I go.
The magic of cell phones. Outside of the D&D world.
Okay.
You mean crystals?
Outside of our D&D world. I'm crystalling him right now. Yes.
Yes. Crystals.
I am what is left when all is said and done. Everything hangs in me before you have won. Lose me and you will lose me and you surely will fall, for I am what helps you stand against it all.
Oh.
It appears to be that this is something to do with a key word or phrase. This means something. It means a specific word.
Right.
No,
and that's. And
I don't know what that is.
Neither do we, but it seemed to work. This is something
Does it have to do with currency?
I hate to say it. I woke up with this in my mind, and I need to. For some reason, I think it's important. I just need to find out what it is.
Did we hear him say that?
Yeah. Did you leave his apartment like you planned on?
I thought about it, but this was too
I'm
good
standing
of
at
a
the door still. Paul left.
Hey, can we see the rest of the riddle again?
No, he can recount it to you.
Yeah.
Is it your legs?
I think you're going a little too easy. Here, I will recant it to you by putting it in front of you.
A+.
Mind you, I had to write this language on an actual physical box.
Yes, there was a lot of X's, which is kind of weird, but
I had to recount this. But yes, it appears to do with a certain keyword or phrase pertaining to a certain word. I would think I'm gonna give her a roll, and if she rolls above a 15, she'll know exactly what word it is. But she did not. She rolled a 6.
Well,
I was really happy that she did not roll anything. Because I put some time into it. I want you guys to figure out what this riddle is.
So, there needs to be some research done. We need to figure this one out. I don't know how you like to work. Do you like working with somebody, or do you tend to be on your own?
Normally I've been on my own, but lately I want to be incredibly intimate in my research with somebody.
Okay.
Thomas just
As she begins to stroke the back of your hair.
I shoot Thomas a really dark look. Just shut up.
Artemis starts doing Seth Rogen laugh in the corner.
Oh wait. Do I have a loot?
Okay.
You both have loots.
I whisper Artemis, and we start playing. I think the song is "Careless Whispers."
Go right ahead.
You rolling over there, Artemis? Performance check.
I solved the riddle.
You solved the riddle? What?
Yeah, I know what it is.
What is it?
After plus 15.
I got a 20.
1 second.
Balance.
1 second while you're playing that.
I wasn't sure if it was courage.
Everything hangs in me before you have won. Everything hangs in the balance. Lose me and you will surely fall. You balance. I am what helps you stand against it all. Balance.
While that's going in the background. I already had it. I had it going on the air, Brian. Done.
Well, you shouldn't play it like that because that's absolutely top 40.
I know. That's why I played it instrumental.
Yeah, he had a.
I had to pause yours for a second.
Well,
I'm
you
wondering
have
why.
2 people playing it.
If you hear mine, this is Kenny G,
Perfect.
baby.
It's really impressive that you have extra instruments in there when we're only playing 1.
I know, right? Anyways, so
2 loots, but I'm hearing.
Jared said he figured out the riddle.
Yes.
Jared? Please fill in what is left from the riddle while all this is playing.
I believe the answer is balance.
Oh yeah, use that word while.
The first line is a little bit more. It's a little bit odder for that, but the second line definitely. Everything hangs in me before you have won. Everything hangs in the balance. Lose me and you will surely fall. You balance. I am what helps you stand against it all. You balance again.
So you relay this to Scris?
Yeah.
Scris, you feel something leave your body. Almost like something that was holding on. Something that was almost holding on to like your mind just vanish. And you feel more relaxed than you've had in a long time.
Hey, baby.
Good night, everybody.
And you are will no longer have to make charisma saves at nighttime. You have broken the spell on the box of
Broken the
many
enchantments.
Hey!
But you know
after I got some really cool stuff.
You don't. But you and you and you recall that you were lured by this box. Places.
Oh,
Brian, please stop. I don't know what you're doing. I'm only saying stop because I have no control. I need the control here.
He's a control freak.
Please, I need it.
Okay.
What are you doing? At least let me know what you're doing. Okay, go ahead.
Good night, everybody.
That was it. That's all I wanted to do. Carry on.
I'll one up you real quick.
My wayward son.
Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone.
I'm pretty sure that's top 40.
Yeah, but see, we're doing a non-top 40.
Ready? I'm gonna one up you. This is what. Anyways, this is what's when you are untranced by this thing, when you see this beautiful elven woman in front of you. Once again, her name is Natasha. Starts with a B.
Not Beetlejuice.
No, Beasley. Natasha Beasley. This is your immediate thought in your head.
Yes, Dr. Scratch and Sniff?
Get these kids out of here!
Hello, nurse! And we blaze.
That is your thought. Hello, nurse.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, you recall all this leaving your apartment, being tricked by this deck, searching for it and now knowing its exact location.
Oh, great. Okay. Well,
So if you ever needed to find the deck again,
if I ever need it, but hopefully I won't. Okay.
I'll work in that we get the deck again. I didn't go through all this trouble for it not to come back up in this series.
Good job, man. Good job. Good job.
Stuff.
I worked very hard on it.
But
he figured out my incredibly easy riddle.
All right.
I mean, I originally thought it was legs.
Ha! You're dumb.
I was going with courage, but
It took a bit.
Okay, so what are we going to do? I think we're still waiting to hear from Derek.
Yep, we're still waiting to hear from Derek. He'll be calling in soon.
And
You've got a lady friend to tend to. We'll go to the leader of the freshmen and speak with him.
All right.
Why did we need to speak with that person again?
Because he wanted to get a briefing from us.
Oh, I was supposed to be there too. though.
Because he's also
Yeah, we'll tell him you're indisposed.
that's Dr. Emery Longstrider. He is not only the head of the freshmen, he is head of the school paper. He wants to get all the facts out before this spreads like wildfire, and that you guys aren't just murder savages.
Yeah, we'll tell him you're indisposed.
No, I probably need to
You're
go
indisposed.
there. Natasha,
Scris.
we've got to go talk to Dr. Emery Longstrider. You're welcome to join us.
That's a good point. Yeah, she can come with.
Yeah.
And or
This seems very private to what you're going to. If you have anything for me to work on, if you need help researching things, I'll be here. And you realize in the back of your head, I have not started my thesis yet, and you could take advantage of this person by having to research a thesis for you.
Totally a woke gnome, and will not take advantage of this woman.
No.
I will not cheat. I will not cheat on my thesis.
This session has some spectacular quotes.
Okay, fine. She can give Paul a bath.
No,
it's probably best that Paul doesn't walk around campus.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guess for now, Mikasa Sukasa, is there anything?
Oh yes, I live here now.
Is there anything I could get for you? I mean, is there something that you need, that you want?
Oh, if you can find some elven whey
I was about to
bread,
say,
that'd
you
be
phrasing,
amazing.
please.
I will get that for you.
And a sponge for the bath.
I generally, and since she's a maid, she would know what an unseen servant is, I'm assuming. I said, I generally use unseen servants to handle the household chores. If there's a way I could get them to listen to your instructions, I will do so.
Oh no! Oh, thank you very much. And she, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go freshen up. And she goes into the bathroom. And right before she closes the bathroom door, you see that she throws her shirt on your couch, and then winks at you and closes the door.
Okay. Yes.
Scris, you're one lucky dog.
We're going to deal with something with this. Okay. There's something to be about magically enchanted individuals.
I don't think she's enchanted, my friend.
You started out there when you had to do the Arcana. I rolled a 15, if that mattered.
When they Arcana check, you know that she's tempted by something. Something magical.
Well, we know she's tempted by something.
Yes, something.
You just can't. You can't ascertain to
that
what that
gnome
is.
dough.
But you can't ascertain to know what that is.
It's got to be them gnome hips.
Yeah.
Cool. So that happened.
I mean, that could have gone really sideways fast with 100 different people you could have potentially gotten.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it could
I
have.
just happened to roll a 28.
You happen to get a full-blooded elf.
Yes.
Female.
Deeply in love with you.
Only was a no. Anyhow.
I have just met you, and I love you.
I don't know.
Scris, panic.
Do you need
You also
soothing
feel,
words?
as leaving your apartment, you feel this power in your chest. You don't know where it's coming from, but you just feel really good.
Bet he does.
And not even to do the stuff with Natasha. You feel like you woke up this morning feeling amazing. So you know you're the only one that's level 7 in the party right now, due to the 10,000 XP.
Right.
But you also feel like this power you've never had before, coursing through your veins, but you can't ascertain to what it is.
Okay.
Boy.
You
Sounds
just
like
know.
a really
you just
cheesy line.
You just know that
power down.
You just know it's something. It's something that could potentially be groundbreaking and fate changing.
Got it. Okay. So I guess we're going to go off to see the professor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which way do you come into the campus? Do you come in campus the normal way, or try to come through a side,
We're
like a
definitely
side
coming
entrance?
through a back entrance.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're going.
Are you trying to go through like the field, sort of, like where
we're
the
going
practice,
to go
the first
whatever
practice
would
was?
be the easiest way to get to the professor's office.
Okay, cool.
Without going to any like possibly.
Yeah, we're doing our best to stay
avoid
low key.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just gonna make a roll over here. I'm gonna make a D100 roll.
Like hoodies on.
95. So you're making your way through. I just picked random locations on the map I have for the university. You guys made your way through the field, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Field there. And the only one out there currently right now is the coach. Goes, oh, Dredd, you haven't been at practice in a while. You still on the team there, bud? We've been at practice in like a month. We've had like 4 games already.
Uh-oh.
Has that much time really passed? It seems like.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah,
Let's not say that.
I kind of assumed I was still going to practice.
Let's say like 2 weeks have passed and you haven't been at practice in like a week. Because like the stuff on the island, it took a week to go back and forth from the island.
Oh, well,
There was plenty of
that was
downtime.
my assignment. I had to
Yeah.
do that for school. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know that though.
Oh, yeah, I had a school assignment. We had to go to an island.
But you
the
know what he
island.
does know.
Yeah, because Cena was back in like a day or 2.
But you
So
know what
that's
he
why.
does know.
What?
That you're listening to 91.3 FM WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State Student Activity Fee. Legal ID. Boom.
Man, that's
Carry
my
on.
that there's my favorite station. Man, I'm gonna play that on the field. I'll see you at even though it's raining. We have the barrier on the field. You'll be good for practice today, right?
Coach now has a token
Yeah,
of
of course.
inspiration.
We do have an appointment that we have to get to.
Oh yeah, no. Practice not till like 4. You're good. I mean it's like 2 already.
So
I'm expecting at least Cenason to be here soon.
Yeah, I'll be there.
And you guys make your way to Dr. Longstrider's office near the freshman dorms, near where Artemis and Thalmus live. And so did Dredd, and Dredd lives in his own room, and Thalmus and Artemis share a dual, a 2-person room. But you guys make your way You make your way through a thing. You all get an alert on your crystal, remembering that it's trending right now. 2 things are trending. 1, his name is PaddyCake today. 2, #MurderHobos is trending on the school-wide like message boards.
Oops.
I am definitely pushing for a different hashtag.
Yeah, I'm definitely
You see it like that's 1 and 2 all the way at the bottom at like 15. It says Paul did nothing wrong.
Yes.
With like 4 people being like,
I need to get a hashtag that Dredd wasn't there.
#Dredd did nothing.
#guilty by association is now trending.
Big
Oh, these trend really quickly, huh?
It's the nature of social media.
Anyways, so yeah, you make your way in, and Dr. Emmer, you make your way through the office. You get a few freshmen in like in these offices who are walking by, give you guys all dirty looks and stuff. What does Thalmus do while he sees people giving him dirty looks?
He's trying to be good and stay low key.
You all hear you're in the background, guys, this suck. But it's not Cenason. He's nowhere to be found at this point.
That's good.
But you hear,
as long as it's not.
and then you
Cenason.
hear like as you think, you hear a crate of booze.
Can I use intimidation to try getting him to shut up?
Yeah, give me 1
Yeah, I'm
second.
about to. Can I aid him?
Yeah, you can give him the help action.
Cool. Yeah, so that
I'm
gets
just waiting for him
that gives
to
you, I
play the
believe,
boo sound effect on the digicart.
I don't know if it's here
That I'm
still.
pretty sure they said wasn't working, but okay.
I don't know if it's here still.
Oh, that's a very good roll for intimidate. Oh.
Should I just go off of yours?
Let me put it this way: I rolled an 18 and have a +7.
I'm intimidated by your roll, so.
So you can give me the help action.
That was easy.
Yeah, kind of.
By the way, we're not sponsored by Staples. You're welcome.
Oh no!
Nope, that's not it.
What is happening?
Christian, just get back to it.
He's so different from the
I
usual
can't.
voices
I
I
can't.
hear.
The boo one's not on there. It makes me very
Yeah,
sad.
boo! Yeah, 18 plus 7. Do I get a help action from my good friend Artemis?
Oh, yeah, 18 plus 7. Unless you want to see if you crit.
That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
I don't.
Thanks,
18
Brian.
plus 7.
The
Math.
students are giving themselves help action to boo you even louder. I don't think they're gonna beat you guys even with the help action.
Probably not.
You all hear that, and then you somehow on a chord, you bust out your lute, and somehow on a chord you hear this. Like everyone audibly hears this, like as you strum one chord on your lute.
Hey, shut up.
That just echoes through everyone, and everyone just kind of just goes, "Aw."
Yeah, because I rolled I basically got a 25 on that, so yeah.
So yeah, no, everyone everyone tries to kind of leaves you alone now, and you make your way into Dr. Longstrider's office.
Good. Smart.
Man, playing with the digicard's fun, but it's not on there anymore, and it makes me sad. Very sad. Anyways, make your way into Dr. Longstrider. He's like, come in, get in. And he closes the door real fast. He goes, okay. Facts. I need them. Go.
We were attacked first.
Attacked first. He writes that down. Bold underline.
They were recruits of the Lich of the Black Forest.
You know, don't say that part.
Yeah, let's not create mass hysteria.
Let's just go. I mean, they were eating Black Lotus.
Students were drugged.
Yes, they were drugged
and forced to do bidding of dark angels.
There we go.
There we
perfect,
go.
Perfect.
Cool. Student if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Well, unfortunately,
the glove does kind of fit.
But it's torn apart.
But it's sort of
because someone's teeth went through the throat.
It was unfortunate action.
I need to come up with a good headline for this. It's gonna be it's gonna be the afternoon edition front page. We need to get this out there. Dang it, I can't think of anything. This is character-wise, of course.
Drugs bad.
Drugs are bad. They make you try to fight people who are way out of your
Black
league.
Lotus causes.
Black Lotus conspiracy at work. Underline, question mark, exclamation points.
There we go. Something like
boom, there we go.
Something like
genius.
Because then, I mean, obviously we are very sorry for our actions, the actions that were forced upon us.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
And I'm sure had they not been on this Black Lotus, they would not have done that either. So, it's just a very misfortunate thing. It's the reason why you shouldn't take Black Lotus. But
the reason why you don't do drugs,
baby. I've been cursed by the kiss of Black Rose.
It's like, okay, Optimus, enough. We had pleasantries yesterday. We need to be serious today.
Yes.
Anyways, it's lots of things are going on, and while it's raining outside and we can still hear that, Dr. McGooples told me you encountered something about the Black Lich, and we're not going to put that in the paper.
Right.
But that is bad tidings. That is not good.
Yeah, we were made aware
the chimera of the Black Rose Forest, the mock of the Black Rose on Sonia Neverwinter,
and
the devas of death appearing
and destruction.
However,
appearing aren't good omens and aren't good things. These are all precursors to reviving the Lich of the Black Rose Forest.
We may have
prevented this.
A little bit of help on that front.
Yes.
Yes, you. I heard you. I talked to Dr. PaddyCake, and he told me you presented some documents to him. Can I see those real quick?
He's got them.
Yeah, he's got them.
Oh yeah, he actually. I'm gonna crystal him now.
We actually
he just sent me a document of him over.
More help than you.
So one of the
Devas,
masterminds, the divas behind this, maybe willing to talk a little to us?
That is good. That is really helpful. Any information you find out from him, Devas have this thing where they only appear to people they've completely talked to. That's why we didn't notice them on campus. They only talk to the members of the fraternity of Tau Pi Pi. So that's why we only saw these honor students turn into frat boys, and that's why we were concerned for their health and well-being.
So
Whatever he relays to you, if he chooses to talk to me, that's great. But if not, let me know what he tells you.
Absolutely, Professor.
This is something that needs to be administered immediately. We do not need a full-blown end of the world apocalypse scenario happening. Let's not have Doomsday be today or tomorrow or next week or next month. Let's have Doomsday be when we're all long dead.
I like that plan.
It's things like a good plan. And remember what Dr. PaddyCake told you. What is the most powerful form of magic? School of magic.
Chronomancy.
School of chronomancy. Good job. Don't get slapped in the face. He hit me once so hard, I woke up on a different continent.
That's impressive.
I was
Not really. He was
across
just
the
between
sea.
Europe and Asia.
I don't know what those are. What are you referencing?
He was standing at the border of Turkey.
Okay. So you told me everything for the paper.
Yes.
There's one thing. I got the documents here from Dr. PaddyCake. He just sent them over to my crystal. He just he purposely put into a document for me. It seems like their contact had to be someone powerful at the school, and doesn't seem to be an administrator. It seems like a professor or somebody who's been here for a while, on campus here for a while, and someone powerful. Not say Dr. PaddyCake or another professor, but like perhaps maybe a student wrote this, because based on these writings, that's not someone of academia would write. Even though I'm a barbarian, I'm well versed in my craft. Yes, Thalmus.
Can we do like I don't want to say history check, but like a...
You can roll insight or investigation.
Yeah.
Based on this idea, yeah, go right ahead. Because all these things like Senison killing the Chimera of the Black Forest, that seemed a little too easy, and so did your new party member Drippy seem like he handled that almost single-handedly.
I got a plus 2 on insight, so
Well,
18?
He is incredibly powerful.
I have a 22 for investigation.
Yeah, with that investigation, it's definitely a student. Like these like the contact person for these devas giving them their orders had to be a student.
You know, I would not, as much as we dislike him, I wouldn't throw Senison under the bus. He is very in tune to his deity, who probably could have given him, divine support when facing the Chimera.
What is his deity?
His deity is Zeus.
He's a
Are we certain
paladin.
of that?
1 second, I have a phone call.
He's a paladin, so he's got to be lawful good.
WBNY.
Turn off your mic.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna throw it to you on air in just about a minute.
Should I really turn off your mic when on the phone?
Okay, start reading it now. You can do two things at once. Read it now. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you.
Not fit that.
I know I should have. Oh well.
They loosened the alignment system a bit.
We're correct with that rule, right? Paladins do not have to be lawful good.
They do not have to be lawful good.
They
but
can be lawful evil.
As you guys, so he says thank you, and you guys leave his office. And as you leave his office, all your crystals begin to get incredibly hot.
Yeah, I grab it.
Incredibly hot. He says, "Meet me near the fountain now." It says before these things explode, and we're gonna throw it over to Derek Kramer, who's on the phone. Hi, Derek.
Hello.
Hi, Derek.
Can you hear us, Derek?
I can.
Can you hear everybody?
We can hear you.
I can.
Okay, so you don't know Will, but my friend Will's here, Mike and Alex, and so is Brian.
McD?
McD is here.
It means.
Let's go.
See, if you didn't have this job thing going on, you could totally join us. you know.
No, he's busy.
Yeah, you could be here.
Well, I know he's got a job thing that he's got to do, so
Got that
I
thing
get
called
that,
work.
but how dare he? But
So
anyhow,
as you guys make your way to the courtyard, you see Derek standing there. You know, this broad-shouldered Deva. His wings are ripped away from him because fallen. He's now an angel of the underworld.
you know about all this, right?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
Derek knows most of the stuff. Not really.
I was about to say, I would really hope Christian filled him
I
in.
did. Derek, would you like to explain what you
You're
just
on
told
air
me?
now. You're an angel. Have fun.
First off, what a mistake to make me an angel.
Well, you're a fallen
you're
angel.
Angel of. You're fallen angel of. You're a fallen angel. Now you serve you're an angel of the underworld.
Okay, fallen or not, still,
Yeah, so
whatever. We move on.
Exactly. So, you point over and you're like, "Hey, my dudes! Hey,
Hey.
Hi.
Why do we keep doing this?
I don't know, but it works. So shh.
So, how do you introduce yourself to these guys, Derek? Be yourself, Derek. As all your new buddies approach you.
Oh no.
I'm relatively salty.
You're
Oh.
relatively salty today.
Anyone? Why?
Is it because the Sabres are about to be bad again?
Hey now.
That too, yes.
That too. There's other reasons. Oh, great.
So you have some information to give to your friends, right?
Yes, I do.
All
It's
right.
been a bad week, but I'm still willing to entertain questions.
Okay, you guys can ask him pretty much anything.
How do you feel about the fact we killed all your friends?
Hold up now. Wait a minute, Artemis.
Yeah, Chad, Brad.
Hold up.
Well, Chad, Brad, and Thad weren't really nice to Derek because their names rhyme, and he's the one who's like, it's Chad, Brad, Thad, and Derek. So they're always got a little pissed off that he wasn't named an ad.
Yeah, they kept making fun of me.
So he's
feel bad for you.
Derek's perfectly okay with telling you things.
Who?
Yeah, I mean, they made fun of me a lot because I didn't have an ad name. So, you know what? Good. You guys did it before I did.
Fair enough.
Cool. So, who were you? Were you
Yeah.
working with some people here, or besides the whatchamacallit,
Besides Hades.
Yeah.
Besides his boss.
Yeah, no, student wise, is there is there a student outside of the fraternity that you were working with, or?
I mean, not entirely. I do know there's things going down at the school, but I'm not entirely sure what at this point. I'm not as well connected at this point.
So, the conversation you just had, what was that all about?
Yeah, they Derek, use the things that I gave you.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's I've been working with a professor, but outside of that, there's things that might be going down though at the school.
Which one?
A professor?
Going Dan.
Which professor?
I don't know that. I do know that the person is a professor. He's all I know is that the guy's a professor. I'm not really too sure about anything else.
Do you know, a professor of what?
I do not have that. No, I don't have that information for you guys. Sorry.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Just because Dr. PaddyCake, just because Dr. Roseguard's name today is Dr. PaddyCake doesn't mean we can keep making these jokes on air.
I'm sorry. I sort of abated, helped with that 100%.
To be fair, I was going to say the exact same thing anyways.
To be fair.
What do you know? What other than just as a professor, you know anything about the individual? Anything at all?
Derek, hit them on that number 1 and number 2 that I sent you.
Yeah, no.
With
From
extra
what I'm
cheese.
understanding, though, somebody has infiltrated the university.
Okay.
And from what I'm understanding, you guys might need to be able to figure something out, because from what I hear, there also might be an attack on the school.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Dun, dun, dun.
We need to warn.
Do you know what department the infiltration occurred in?
Yeah, we need something to go by. Something that will. We can't just investigate. We can't just talk to every professor on campus and see which one lies to us the best.
I mean,
Derek, read that number 1 again, but state what, like, give them the specific on that.
Yeah, it's the Order of the Black Rose. They've infiltrated Rose Garden University.
So what that is, the Order of the Black Rose. That is the cult that immediately that has tried for years to bring back the Lich. And they are masters of deception. They are masters of disguise. So you can infer on that base. Hearing that name, Scris can surmise that maybe a professor has been captured and is being, someone has assumed their role, or has assumed their.
Well, I don't think we can just wander around the school dispelling magic on every professor we meet. So
probably not. I think this needs to go to Dr.
might-
PaddyCake ASAP.
They might get a little annoyed with that.
Just a
okay.
touch.
Well, cool. And are you going to be able to help us at all when we go about, if we ever need it?
Oh, heck yeah. I'm down to throw down.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, so yeah.
I mean, besides, what happened last week with one of my forms of entertainment, it was taken from me rather painstakingly. So I've got nothing better to do right now.
Huh? Can you get true sight at this level?
I feel like we're going to
I
roll out a
think
character
I'm
here.
the only
Anyways,
Those
one who
dang
has
bills,
true sight.
man. Those dang bills.
What's a bill?
So Derek is the only one omniscient enough to, so he knows what a bill. He knows what he's watching. He's in hell.
No, I pay for my liquor.
but
I have a lot of it.
But the thing is, Derek's stats, and I will. If Derek can be on air, that's great. If not, I'll assume the role of Derek, and he'll be able to join you in fights.
I don't think you could ever truly be Derek.
I know I really can't be Derek. Only Derek can be Derek. But I will
that's
assume.
true, but if there's a battle going on, I'm down to clown. Let's go.
Exactly. But you have to summon Derek and roll for that. So
how do we call you?
So you just, for my intensive purposes, you just you on your crystal, dial it, and the hotter it gets, the more it'll be quicker for them. So if you roll a D8, I'll roll it as a D8. The higher you roll in a D8, that'll be how many turns it'll take for Derek to get there.
Got it. Cool.
Is what I'm saying. When you're in a fight that you need backup in.
Gotcha.
Derek's stats will come.
Oh boy.
To help.
You know what? I don't know if this is my place to do that, but if you happen to say go Bills, I might get there faster.
Yeah, I'll cut it. Whatever you roll, I'll cut it in half.
If we remember that.
Or if we hear this song.
Pretty much. Yeah. I will be rolling in at the time.
Derek has
He'll be running through a brick wall.
Yep.
He'll be running through a brick wall.
Or a table.
Or a table.
Tables from the underworld will come out and he'll dive through them.
That would be beautiful.
So
we all have some nice folding tables. So.
It won't be a wooden table like those maniacs do.
You can put some good. You can put enemies through these tables. I'll bring a couple if you need me.
Ooh,
Derek's new weapon.
idea.
Derek's new weapon instead of a paddle of Tau Pai Pai will be will be a table.
How can you tell this D&D story is taking place in Buffalo? There's folding tables.
There's folding tables everywhere.
Look, Buffalo's basically hell right now. It's 60 degrees in January, okay?
I mean,
but just remember, there's no such thing as climate change.
Oh boy.
But anyways, Derek, thank you so much for taking
Liberal
time out of your
college.
busy day.
It's so loud.
No problem, guys.
Thanks, Derek. Cool talking, man.
Go with some butt.
All right.
Go
Go Bills.
Thanks again, Derek. All right, I'll talk to you later.
That was amazing.
That was fun. Glad he was able to join us.
I agree.
So that was fun. We're gonna with that information, we are going to end this week's episode
Good. 'Cause I gotta- I'm
of
still trying to
D&D
figure out what spell I
University.
want, but go ahead.
We're going to end this week's episode of D&D University. We will be back
I like that
next week, Saturday, barring anything I have to do for work or Brian. Right, Brian? But we're going to play him out